Sawabona. Welcome to my live. Welcome back. Man, let's see. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Hopefully your day is going well, staying warm out there if you're in the cold. If not, staying cool. I hear that South Africa has a lot of rain, so hopefully you're staying dry. Um, I'm just trying to stay warm because it's just cold out here. But Sawubona, Ujani, Sawubona ni for everyone. But yeah, I just want to get back on here and keep committing to this process of speaking isiZulu. Hopefully, you guys continue to come along with me and do this journey, this process. Okay, so Sani Bonani Bafawetu. Yes, Sana, Sani Bonani Bafawetu. No doubt Betu. That's what it is. So I just got off having like this really good conversation with a lovely South African, and there's something that really like stood out to me in the conversation while we were having the conversation, and it was about South Africans and African Americans, and how there's just like such a connection when we end up going over there to visit, and just the warmth and the love that we feel from South Africa. And he had made a point that it's not like that with other Africans that go to South Africa to visit, far as Nigerians or I don't know what other big population of Africans that visit South Africa, probably Zimbabweans that go. But I was thinking like the connection with us and them, it is through our hardship, what we've experienced with them apartheid and then with us slavery. And I feel like that is our deep connection. And then also our language, because you could say that's the deep connection, but then what about South America? What about the Africa diaspora in Brazil? Because it's heavy, it's a lot, but the disconnect would be the language. It would be Portuguese, and with us as African Americans, we speak English, then they speak English, but we both have like a similar struggle of what we dealt with in our countries. So we both are humble in a way that I don't know even how to say it, but we're both humble in a way where we respect one another enough where it doesn't have to be forced. We don't have to be told, hello, welcome to the live. We don't have to be told, proper manners or whatnot. And not saying that other cultures don't have it. It's just this connection that nobody else has. And in a way, I feel like it is a way that we kind of confirm that they are our brothers and sisters because of the similar struggles that we went in, and we know each other. And in a way, I think it was done so that we would find one another, because all colors are not the same. We all don't come from the same place, but I'm just thinking that's a way that Yah intended for us to understand who we're really supposed to be connected with, because we really know each other's struggle. And I just thought that was really something to really think on and ponder, because I mean, I felt loved every single time I went to South Africa, which has been twice, but I have felt loved and welcomed, and they're just so giving of their information, and then vice versa. It's no hindrance. It's no like, you know, I don't know, just simple stuff. Just walking past them, they're bright. They light up. It's high. It's not, standoffish. It's not, you know, why are you here type deal. It's just like, oh my gosh, like in a way it's like you're amazing, and then it makes me feel like you're amazing because you are, because you're genuinely like this. So our hurt and our pain, but I think that also, even though that was done for evil, Yah turns that around for our good, because I believe that's the way that he brings his people back together. Like it was done for our evil due to our disobedience of him, due to the disobedience of scripture, being taken away and put in a place that we weren't supposed to call home and that we were done wrong to. And same for them. But like I said, scripture says, what's done uh, what's done for evil, it turns around for your good. And I feel like it's a blessing in that we get to see that the same struggles that we were in, like that brings us in that shows us who we are to one another. It's not really it's not hard to figure out how to connect. It just is natural because we understand the same struggle. And that's just a first indication. Doesn't mean that's the whole picture. It's just that's the first thing for us to be able to connect truly, genuinely, like it needs to be for us to go to the next step. So I really like that conversation that we had. And yes, thank you, Tedza. I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, so that was my little tidbit. I am very tired. I'm not gonna lie. I know I was very tired on my on my last live, but I'm gonna do a video and just tell you about my whole day at work, because this week has just been like that's the best way I can explain it. With the weather, with mechanical issues, with everything. Like, seriously, it's just been a week. And I'm just really happy right now to have a couple of days off and to get on here and chat with you guys and, talk about isiZulu. So let me get focused here. I'm going to go back to Tando. I really like her videos. Yesterday, I was practicing the video that I had on here, and so now I just been scrolling through her videos, just finding like basically anything to start with. And I think I'm gonna start with what is it? Numbers. It's a shorter video, and I'll do that on here and share it with you guys. See. But how's y'all's new year been going so far? Have you been keeping up with your goals that you've been setting for yourself? Because hey, we are like almost halfway through the month. Time is ticking. Are you being true to yourself? Are you being true to your word? Are you showing up for yourself? Because even with this live, like, this is me showing up for myself. This is me saying, like, I want to have a different outcome. I want to see something different by next year this time. And the only way that you do that is through your actions. Your actions have to speak louder than your words, but your words gotta put the stamp on it. You gotta fall in line with what you're saying and what you're doing. So if you want something, no matter how hard you think it may be, no matter how difficult it is, you keep going at it, you keep showing up for yourself, you keep doing it, no matter how, dumb it may seem that you're doing it, if you feel like you're not doing it the right way or whatnot. However, your mind makes you go all crazy in your head with your thoughts and stuff. If you keep on sticking to it, there's going to be results. But it's all up to you. It's all up to your thoughts, what you're thinking throughout the day. Really, really does make a difference. Another video I need to do is the book that I'm reading, because man, it's in the mind. That's where the battlefield is. It's in the mind, and you have to be on top of it, because there's so many things obviously in life that's trying to knock us down and get us off of the path to really fulfilling our purpose here in life. And it's you yourself that gets you to your destination. You know, God gives us all the tools, and he gives us the way. He gives us the tools inside of us. There's nothing outside of us that we need to get to our destination. And the mind is the battlefield, and it is the foundation. But yeah, Yah is my creator. Yah is my creator. And just keep on going at your goals. Don't give up. Don't think like, it's been a couple weeks and I haven't even started, or I did it for a couple days and now I fell off. Every day's a new day. Every day's a new blessing. Don't give up on what you're trying to accomplish. So let's start with it was numbers. Yeah. So if you want to follow along, I have the Zulu vocabulary numbers for Tondo. Thank you. Welcome to my live, everyone. Un, Unoti. That was confusing because she said Unoti for Sarah, and then Ikonda, and then it was a different number. Hi, welcome. Un Ikonda, Noti. It's not, not. Ikonda means egg. Konye, Konye, Kubili, Kubili, Kultatu, Kultatu, Kune, Kune, Kuslano, Kuslano, Isitupa, Isitupa, Dam, Isitupa, Isikombisa, Isikombisa, seven, seven. Isishi Yakabili. Oh my gosh. Eight is kind of hard. So I'm teaching myself isiZulu, and I'm using Zulu lessons with Tondo. So that's what I'm doing. And eight is pretty hard to try to figure out. Sikombisa, seven. Isikombisa. Isikombisa. Isishiyaka Lombili. Oh, to live two limbs. Ishishilaka Yombili. Eight. You leave two limbs behind. Limbs. Two. Shilaka Yombili. Ishishilaka Yombili. Ishishilaka yulele. Ishish Ishishilaka yulele. Ishishilaka yulele. That's 9. That's very difficult. Ishishilaka yulele. Ishishilaka yulele. Ishumi. Ishumi Nambili. Ishumi Natantu. Ishumi Nane. Ishumi Nanayo. Ishumi Nespituba. Ishumi Neskopisa. Ishumi Nesishuyakambia. Oh my gosh. 1, 3. Amashuli Amabili. Amashuli Amabili Nambili 22. Amashuli Amabili Nantatu 23. Amabili Nane 24. Amashuli Amabili Nandi Nakang. Amabili Nesitupa. Amashuli Amabili Nesikombisa. Shuli Amabili Nesishi Abili. Or Amashuli Amabili Nesishi Amashili Amatatu. Amashuli Amamni. Amashuli Amashuli Aisi Tupa. Amashuli Aisi Kombisa. Amashuli Aishi Shiakalombili. Amashuli Aishi Shulakayoni. Ikulu. Ikulu Nanye. Ikulu Nambili. Ikulu Nantatu. Amakuli Ambili. Amakuli Amatatu. Amakuli Amatatu. Nashumi Natatu. Inkulunwane. Inzingulwane. Etsitatu. Ezikunyane. Ezine. Ezikununane. Ezizupa. Ezikulune. Ezebize Nantatu. Kunue. Ezebize Nantatu. Ezikununane. Ezebile Nashume. Nesishatu. Zebize Neshumi Neshishayakolune. Isikiti. Isikiti. Ezikiti. Ezine. Ezikiti. Ezine. Okay, so I know that was very difficult to just watch me try to pronounce this stuff. Hi, Caribou. But I just want to show the lesson in that because at first I was getting frustrated while I was trying to say these words that she's saying. If you're just joining me, I was doing the Zulu vocabulary for the numbers for Tondo. But then I said to myself, okay, stop trying to keep pausing it and just go with it. Just go all the way through the video, sound, the way that you're sounding, whether it's not the right way, just go all the way through it. Because sometimes I think your brain needs you to just keep pushing forward instead of trying to stop and make sense of every little thing while you're doing it. And I think that's like a good like life lesson while you're trying to do something. Just push forward. And it's not like a not in every situation that makes sense. But when you're trying to learn something, instead of trying to comprehend it at the same time, it's just like just let it go, let it flow, and then come back to it, and then try to like allow your brain to pick at it and make it make sense. And I feel like in that sense, it was just easier to just keep on trying to hear her, see the words, and try to pronounce it out at the same time, and just let it keep going instead of allowing yourself to keep stopping midway. Oh, they say numbers in English, to be honest. Ishi Gombili, maybe 3 times in my life. Because these numbers super long. I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. You pronounce Ishia Gombili so well that even I was personally surprised. Literally, I just listened to her and like however she says it, I just try to copy it the best way. But I wanted to say this one too. Let's see if I say this one good. Um, I thought I screenshot it, but I guess I didn't. Unless I screenshot it on the wrong phone. No, I did. So, okay, I'm gonna do the best I can. So, Igama Lami Kareesha, Ukarisha, Kodwa Abagani, Kodwa Abagani Bami, Ke Noma Rish. Okay, no. Kodwa Abagani Bami, K, oh no. Kodwa Abagani Bami Bangibiza Noga no mm, I am messing this all up. Let me start over again. Igama Lami Ukrisha. Kodwa Abangani Bami Bangibiza no no Goke Nomo no go Rish. I know I said that part wrong. No go part. um, Kilala e USA. Well, Gilala e New York. Gipuma e Africa. Gikwela e Ohio. Gi Gaza Gaz Gazlawa e Chicago. I know that was not that well. Let me see what you. Oh my gosh, was it really that good, Kazi boy? You speak isiZulu? You're saying you're saying my name is Kareesha, but my friends call me Rish. Yes, that's my family calls me Rish. Friends would call me K, but my family would call me Rish. You did it well. I understand everything. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna try to practice that more so I can say that. Um, but yeah. So let's do another one. So definitely on my next live, I'm gonna try to have more structure. I'm gonna definitely try to do. Oh, you do speak Zulu. I nailed it. No way. No way. Thank you so much. I need to keep practicing that because no way. Um, what was I saying? I need to do flashcards. I wanted to try to do a live where it was on my laptop so then I can like have you guys see the flashcards while I'm doing it, but that's a setup that I gotta figure out. So I gotta figure that out. but when I start doing flashcards, so when I see the word, I know exactly what it is as well. But yeah, let's do Tondo's. Someone that I really want to do. She did like one like with sentence structure, how to build a sentence in isiZulu. So it's this one right here. So if you like to follow along, that's the one I'm about to do. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. That would be another way that can help you guys know words too that are not South African. And at least if you see the word, you'll be able to know that, oh, I think Kosi, Kosi, or no, Kosi means king. I'm saying it, but I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. But just being able to see the word and just know what it means, I feel like that would be good too. We can learn structure. Yes, yes. I need to be more in conversation so it can be natural. But yeah, starting. Mm. Kuluma. Peka. Peka. Funda. Funda. Mina. Mina. Wena. Wena. Bona. Bona. Tina. Tina. Nina. Nina. Yona. Yona. I. Ngi. U. Ba. 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 Si. Ni. I. Hamba. Hamba. Clara. Clara. Peka. Peka. Funda. Funda. Lala. Lala. I am learning. First sentence. Gi ya funda. Gi ya funda. Gi ya funda. Gi ya funda. U ya funda. U ya funda. U ya funda. Ba ya funda. Ba ya funda. Ba ya funda. Si ya funda. Si ya funda. Si ya funda. You are learning. You ya found. Uyafunda is learning. Yafunda. Iyafunda. Ni yafunda. Ni yafunda. Yafunda. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Gia. Uya. Baya. Sia. Ia. Gia. Ya. Kuluma. Gia kuluma. Gia kuluma. Uya kuluma. Uya kuluma. Ya kuluma. Baya kuluma. Baya kuluma. Kuluma. Sia kuluma. Sia kuluma. Uya kuluma. Uya kuluma. Uya kuluma. Niya kuluma. Niya kuluma. Niya kuluma. Iya kuluma. Iya kuluma. Iya kuluma. Peka. Ga. Gia peka. Gia peka. I'm cooking. Uya peka. Baya peka. Siya peka. Uya peka. Niya peka. Iya peka. Funda. I am learning isiZulu. Imfunda isiZulu. Gifunda isiZulu. R. Gifunda. Gifunda. Funda is learning. Ufunda isiZulu. Bafunda. Bafunda isiZulu. Ufunda isiZulu. Ufunda isiZulu. Ifunda isiZulu. Ifunda isiZulu. Nifunda isiZulu. Nifunda isiZulu. Ngoba is learning isiZulu. Ngoba is learning isiZulu. Ngoba ufunda isiZulu. Ngoba ufunda isiZulu. Ngoba he is learning isiZulu. Speak isiZulu. Gikuluma isiZulu. Gikuluma isiZulu. Kuluma isiZulu. Ukuluma isiZulu. Bakuluma isiZulu. Bakuluma isiZulu. Ni kuluma isiZulu. Ni kuluma isiZulu. I kuluma isiZulu. I kuluma isiZulu. U kuluma isiZulu. U kuluma isiZulu. I cook well. Gi. Let me say that. isiZulu. Cook well. Gi peka kale. U peka kale. Zulu. Kuluma. Kuluma isiZulu. Well. Gi peka kale. U peka kale. Ba peka kale. Ba peka kale. Si peka kale. Si peka kale. U peka kale. U peka kale. I peka kale. Gan peka kale. Ni peka kale. U peka kale. Has improved a lot. Thank you, Terrible. You can also say ikifunda I paper. I'm reading a paper. Or ikifunda I blog. I'm reading a blog. Ikifunda. It's almost perfect, actually. Your class. Yeah. Izingane zifunda isiZulu. Ingane. Izingane. Inka. Nina nifunda isiZulu. Nina nifunda isiZulu. They are cooking supper. Bona. Bapeka. Say. Bapeka isapa. Bapeka isapa. They are cooking supper. Bapeka isapa. Bapeka eat breakfast. Milk. Ingane itanda ubisi. Igane itanda ubisi. We're learning isiZulu. Tina sijabule sifunda isiZulu. Tina sijabule sifunda isiZulu. isiZulu. Tina sijabule sifunda isiZulu. Tina sijabule sifunda isiZulu. I like that. I like that a lot. Mina ikifunda isiZulu. That was smooth. Ooh, nice. Thank you, Carabel. I like that one. Now I need to remember Giyafunda. Let me see. Da. Giyafunda. I am learning. Giyafunda isiZulu. Yeah. Funda. Payafunda. I'm learning. Siyafunda. You learning. Uyafunda. Uyafunda. Learning. Iyafunda. Iyafunda. You are learning. Ni yafunda. Ni yafunda. Ni yafunda. Yeah. Yeah. And Gia. He is you. Uya. They are Baya. We are Sia. Is Ia. Gia. Gia Koluma. Gia Koluma. Gia Koluma. I am speaking. Iluma. Uya Koluma. Uya Koluma. Ya Koluma. Ba ya Koluma. Baya Koluma. Sia Koluma. Sia Koluma. Sia Koluma. Uya Koluma. Uya Koluma. Uya Koluma. Niya Koluma. Niya Koluma. Niya Koluma. Ya Koluma. Iya Koluma. Iya Koluma. Peka. I am cooking. Ida. Gia peka. Gia peka. Ya peka. Gia peka. Ya peka. Baya peka. Siya peka. Uya peka. Niya peka. Iya peka. Oh. I am learning. I am learning. Ngifunda isiZulu. Ngifunda isiZulu. Ngifunda. Ngifunda isiZulu. isiZulu. Ufunda isiZulu. Ufunda isiZulu. I'm learning isiZulu. Bafunda isiZulu. Bafunda isiZulu. Learning isiZulu. Ufunda isiZulu. Ufunda isiZulu. Ifunda isiZulu. Ifunda isiZulu. I learn isiZulu. Nifunda isiZulu. Nifunda isiZulu. Learning isiZulu. Ngoba is learning isiZulu. Ngoba is funda isiZulu. Ngoba ufunda isiZulu. Ngoba he is learning isiZulu. I speak isiZulu. Ikhuluma isiZulu. Ngikhuluma isiZulu. Ukhuluma isiZulu. Ukuluma isiZulu. Bakuluma isiZulu. Bakuluma isiZulu. Nikuluma isiZulu. Nikuluma isiZulu. Ikuluma isiZulu. Ikuluma isiZulu. Ukuluma isiZulu. Ukuluma isiZulu. That's a Kuluma isiZulu. I cook well. Gipeka kash. Peka kash. U peka kash. Peka kash. Ba peka kash. Si peka kash. Si peka kash. U peka kash. U peka kash. Ipeka kash. Child puts peka kash. Inkan. Ikane ipeka gash. Ipeka gash. Ni peka gashle. Kareesha ufunda isiZulu. Kareesha learning Zulu. Zigane. Zifunda isiZulu. Ingane, one child. Iziganye. Funda. Z. isiZulu. Nina nifunda isiZulu. Nina nifunda isiZulu. They are cooking supper. Bona is Papeka isapa. Papeka eat breakfast. Inganye itanda ubisi. Inganye itanda ubisi. isiZulu. Tina sijabula sifunda isiZulu. Tina sijabule sifunda isiZulu. Definitely saving that one. What you say? That was good. Wow, you're really improving, Kareesha. To think it's been only, what, 3 lessons? Right? And I'm just going with the flow here. Going with the flow, like, I'm sorry, like, next week I'm definitely going to try to have more structure here. So, like, let me know how it can be more interactive, too. Excuse me. Because I found her through you guys, which was really awesome. I think it's better than using Duolingo, but at the same time, it's still good to use Duolingo because I keep having the words like in my head, like be brought to my head, to my attention, and everything. So I think that's good as well. But I would definitely like to be more interactive. I definitely think the flashcards will help. And yeah, wherever else. If you want me to talk about like what's happening in South Africa too, like the relevancy, like current news events and all that stuff too. If you want me to do like a time where we just talk about that as well, just so we can stay up to date of what's going on. Because honestly, I don't know what's going on really in South Africa right now. Only thing I know about Africa is that there was a new president, I think, instated in Ghana. And then the president from Burkina Faso came there, and he came there with his gun. And I don't think that was like a really good thing to do because from my understanding, when you visit a host nation's country, there's supposed to be a protection. So it was kind of, they're questioning it, excuse me, of why he did that, because I saw a video where he met with Putin and he didn't have his gun holstered, but obviously there's different relationships that Russia has with Burkina Faso, and there's different relationships that Burkina Faso has with Ghana. So, but yeah, what do you guys think about that? And then also I don't know if it's a law, but one thing that I do know about South Africa is that Nigerians are being allowed to have more, I won't want to say free reign, but they're um, they're getting more access to South Africa. Let's say that. How do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about Nigerians coming to the country? Excuse me, I'm stretching. Still tired. But yeah, so what do you guys think about that? I can do like a session with that as well. That'd be good too. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I can break it up. So it'll be a little bit more interactive. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do this one. Thanksgiving in Zulu. Say thank you in Zulu. How to speak isiZulu. Right there. Learn a new language is something I've always wanted to do, but I have not had the same commitment and I do not have. Okay, let me not say that. Rewind. Now, people, if you're trying to do something new, if you're trying to be a different person, you can't say that you don't do that. You have to start saying what you do want to do. And I got to learn that myself, because you're telling me that I have commitment and discipline, and I'm in my head like, hey, this is very much a struggle. I barely got here. So you got to remind yourself to stay positive. It's all about your thoughts. Like that book that I'm reading right now, like it's just reiterating it back to back to back, that you have to capture your thoughts. And that's what scripture says. Like everything that comes up against you, like we're supposed to like tear it down. Like we're supposed to, let me not quote the wrong scripture. Let me find it right now. Now I'm getting into that. But yes, we're supposed to catch those thoughts. Now I like reading from the KJV version. Let me find it. It's Corinthians. Second Corinthians 10:5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yah, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. Keyword, every. So, again, it starts in the mind. It starts in the mind. And if you're trying to do something new, you trying to be a different person, you have to start speaking it over yourself, and you have to stop yourself from saying old stuff of when you used to not excuse me, when you used to not be disciplined, when you used to not be consistent, when you used to not, you know, have your life in order. You have to let those thoughts go. You have to let those words go. And those words only keep coming out because you keep thinking them. If you choose to think differently, that's what's going to come out of your mouth, because out of your heart, your mouth speaks. So the things that you constantly keep saying is the things that you keep on going back and forth in your head and validating it as true. So the sooner you just start to let go of those thoughts, let go of those imaginations and stuff that doesn't line up with the word, the easier it will be for you to start speaking it. And then when it's easier for you to start speaking it, then you start to believe it. And when you start to believe it, your actions truly start to line up with it. And then it won't be you trying to second guess it anymore when somebody speaks it over your life or tries to validate it for you. It will already be validated in yourself because you allowed it to be first your thoughts, then you allowed it to be you speaking it, then you allowed it to be you believing it, then you allowed it to be you working at it. And I mean, it's a task, but it, growing is uncomfortable. So we got to understand growing is very uncomfortable, but so is staying in your comfort zone too. You think it's easier being comfortable than it is being uncomfortable. But the longer you live, the longer you're blessed to live, you'll see the regrets in that of being in a comfortable state. So yeah, God put it within us. Yes. Amen to that. Amen to that. So yeah, I'm really loving this book because it's all it's tying it into science, but it's all bringing it back to scripture, and it's all biblical. Like, even though it may seem cliche, even though it may seem like, I've heard this all my life, or I hear that, or blah, blah, blah. It's really not that big of a deal. Why are you talking about it? It's important. The mind is important. It's the first thing. And until we catch those thoughts and really truly think about what we're thinking about on a daily basis, we really won't be able to change. We really won't be able to change. And it even says, because whatever you think about the most will grow. This applies to both the positive and negative ends of the spectrum. And that goes to like the whole thing of believing in like the universe type deal when people are doing affirmations and stuff. Like, I don't believe in doing that because I believe it's vanity. I believe the foundation is based off of, self glorification, and it all should be about glorifying Yah. It all should be about being for Him, for living for righteousness. So if you want to be positive, at the end of the day, it's not for yourself, it's for Yah. So saying that, I'm a good person, or I love myself, all that stuff should be rooted because Yah first loved you. It is always supposed to be rooted back into Yah. It's not supposed to be rooted back into yourself, because that's all vanity. Excuse me. But yeah, let's go into this next lesson with Tondo instead of me keep getting sidetracked. Thank you, Carabelle. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. I feel it. I feel it. Okay. But you know what? I'm not going to do Thanksgiving because you guys don't even celebrate it in SA. So let me do a different one. That's okay. It's pretty easy. I'm going to do her family member one. I think that'd be better than doing the Thanksgiving one because I don't even celebrate Thanksgiving anyway. But yeah, let's do that one. Ma, 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 ma. Ba, 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 mm, ba, ba, go, go, the grandmother. Go, go. Kulu, kulu, mkulu, grandfather mkulu. Da, da, de, way to is sister. You don't know what Thanksgiving is. Way to. Da, de, way to. Before way to. Before way to. Brother. Before way to. Mfo, 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 to. Brother mine. Mfo, way to. Booty. And booty is brother too. Mfana, boy. Mfana. Ntombazana is girl. Ntombazana. Tombazane. Zane. Tom. Twana. Twana. Ikane. 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 Gane. Dodagazi. Dodagazi. Doga. Dodana. Dodana. Son. Umkulu. Umkulu. That's different because we don't have that in the States. If we're talking to our mother's brother or sister, they're just our uncle or our aunt. Um, there's no like hierarchy. Granted, like on my mom's side, I only have my uncle, and that's it. But there's still, it wouldn't be a difference even if she did have more siblings. It would still just be uncle or aunt. But Omkulu is like the older aunt, I think. No, they're Kulu. Omkulu. Omkulu. Om. Om. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't heard that saying yet. Kulu. It's oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mama. Mama Kulu. Mama Kulu. Mama Kulu. Mama Ukane. Mama Ukane. Mama yeah. Ooh, it's not a click. It's Mama Nanye. Mama Yan Kulu. Mama Nanye. Mama Nanye. Mama Nanye. Nanye. Your father's father is Umkulu. Kulu. Yeah. Umkulu. Nanye. Nanye. Small. Young. Baz Baba Kazi. Baba female father. Malumi. Malumi. Baba Kazi. Oh me. Oh whoa. Mimi Liani. Me Lapita. Liani. Manu Mapita. Manu Malume. John. Malu Rob. Malu Mine. Ukulu. Kulu. Ba. Ungaye. Baba Unkulu. Baba Kulu. Bambo Kulu. Bambo Ngaye. Bambo Ngaye. Ba. Wait, you can say father Ubaba to any man that could be your father. What are you trying to read? Oh, I'm going on this video with Hondo. That's the video I'm using. But you can call Ubaba anybody that could be your father. That's how you address them. Would that be more respectful? Like, if I'm talking to somebody that's like my elder, you refer to them as Ubaba. Would they be okay with that? Or would they want you to call them by their name? Is it kind of like a Mr. So-and-so by saying Ubaba? Oh, okay. Yes. Interesting. Want to be your father. Ubaba. Baba. So anybody can be a mama. Mama. So okay. Is that the same like if you're like in a business meeting? I'm sure the term would be different. Like if you're going to like I don't know, talk about um I don't know. You're just going in for a business meeting. You're not gonna address them as umama, ubaba if they're the elder there. It would be something different, right? Or no? Like what type of setting is that for? Is my question. I'll be patiently waiting for the answer. C is older sister. Okay, so you do say the name. C Tando. Sister Tando. C Tando. Booty Oba. Booty Oba. Brother Oba. Malume. Malume, men that are younger than your father. Malum John. Malume John. Standwa. On Standwa. Booty Stwanda. Brother Love. Salagaf. I like that one. It's supposed to be one right after it. Why don't I see it? But if you call him Baba or Mama, that's a sign of respect too. Mm. Baba, Mama. Okay. So that's how you need to address the elders already. Father's father is. There's no extended family in Zulu culture. So what does that mean? Meaning, I mean, I don't really consider your grandparents your extended family. They're like your immediate family. So it means like your second, third cousin type deal. There's no names or terms for that. Oh, let me show you. I'm on this video now. Great grandfather. Okay, so that's what you said earlier. You said that your father's father, which is your father's father, which is your grandfather, is Mkolu. Mkolu. And then she's given the great grandparent. So Ukoko. 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 Okoko. So that's all my ancestors is Okoko. Okoko. Thank you. Okoko. Ukulu. Ukoko. Oh, that's cute. So my grandmommy is Ugogo. Ugogo. I start doing that search. Great grandparents. Yeah. Uspali. No, it's Ulamu, sister-in-law. Uswiza. Uswiza. Unyeni. Unyeni. Unyeni wami. Wako. It's been Unyeni wabo. Inkositad. Right. Please break that one down. Umini Wabo's husband. Nkosikazi is wife. Nkosi is king. Kazi is the feminizer. Nkosikazi. Nkami, wife. Nkake. Nkake, his wife. Unkalo. Unkako, your wife. Umzala. Umzala is Spali. Uspali. Bali. Nephew. Umshana. Umshana. Bashana. Abashana. No, it's Umwalokazana. Daughter-in-law. Umakoti is Umike. Umkwenyena. Grandson, granddaughter. Unzukulu. Unzukulana. Unzukulwana. Umkwekazi. Umkwekazi. Umkwe. Mamazala. Mamizala. That is Babezela. Babezila. Abeligani. Abalingani. Umigani. Umigani. Abalingani. Bake. Gani. Bake. Ukushanda. Kushaganda. Mary is Ushadile. Ushadile. Umshado. Umshado. Ukushandela. Ukushadela. Ukudu. Ukushukana. Ukutita. Umshando. And Ukutwita. Ukutabula ipeha. Ukutabula ipeha. Ukutubula ipeha. Oh, wow, that's interesting. So is that common even now? She was explaining how, like, for South Africans, when they divorce, if they tear the paper, that's a sign of it being completed, even though the courts haven't stamped it. So, like, how does that go? People still, like, date and still have other relationships and they're still technically married, but since they think in their heads they're not married just because they tore the paper. Like, how are you able to find that in conversation? Because somebody, if they think they're divorced even though they're really not divorced, but they say that they're divorced, like, how do you figure that out? Do you have to just, like, actually ask the person and say, so have you actually went to court and got the divorce done, like actually signed and sealed. Like it's not just something that you and your family knows, but it's actually has been done in court. Really? Because that's what she's saying that in this video. She's saying that some families will just tear up the paper, and that's good enough for the family, even though they don't go to court. Because that gets tricky. I mean, relationships and dating and stuff can already be tricky. A lot, you know, a lot goes into it. But if you're trying to ask a direct question in that and understand, like, if somebody's truly like divorced, how do you go about it to make sure that you're getting the correct answer from them, and not answer that they think is correct, but the actual true answer. Ukudivosa, divorce. Mm. Oh, there's a Zulu Bible. Ujosefa, Ojakobe, Uisaka. Mm. Originally in African culture, it's something that, excuse me, that doesn't exist. That's why there's no Zulu word for divorce. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. It's like once you guys are one, you don't really separate. I feel like I was hearing about that when I was in Durban. My guide was speaking to me about that. Interesting. Wake, his or hers. Wake. Excuse me. Umyene Wake, her husband. Wake, plural. Abalinge. Balinge. Wake, her eagles. Wa, waka, off. Wa, ka, umyeni, wami. Wa, off, and me, myself. Wa, me, off. Umyeni, wami. Ba, 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 ke, ba, ke. Okoko by Joseph. Coco by Joseph or Abraham, no Sarah. Sarah. Ukula ka Joseph u Isaac. Joseph's grandparent is Isaac. Yes. Becca Gogo got Joseph. Rebecca is Joseph's grandmother. Gogo. U Isaac, no Rebecca. U Isaac, no Rebecca. Bashadili. Isaac and Rebecca are married. Yes. U Esau, Babadala, is Joseph. Esau was Jacob's brother. Oh wait, Jacob, uncle. Jacob, Baba, is Jacob. Wait, Esau. Wait. Esau. No, Esau and Jacob are brothers. Esau, Nazukazikazi, Tatu. Esau had three wives, right? See, Nkosikazi, singular, Nkosikazi, Amakosikazi, well, Amikosikazi. You're really, I am. You know what? I'm so sorry. I want to give more into this live, but work was like crazy. You know what? I might as well just talk about it now instead of being like, I'll make a video later. Because honestly, I'm probably just going to sleep later. And it's already like almost noon here. I'm sorry, guys. But okay, let's see what happened. I'm sorry, this live is so everywhere. You know, in life, it's really good to make your own self laugh. If you don't make your own self laugh, life is way more, you know, joyful. It really is. If you can make yourself laugh to your own stuff. And to your mom's sister and your father's sister have different titles. Your mom's sister is Umma. That one is her Ummati. And your dad's sister is Auntie. Yeah, I don't know. No, please don't be sorry. I'm in all determination. um, let's talk about it. I should have just opened up with this so you guys could understand why I'm so tired. But what happened? If you caught my last video where I forgot my jacket in the hotel room and I called them and they said that it wasn't there, and then the next day while I was getting another coat, because your girl's not going to be walking out here in this cold in New York, 20 degree weather, absolutely not. They text me as I'm in the store getting the coat that they found it. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm continuing getting the coat because it was a good coat that I found, even though it's not company issue. But at this point, I need a coat right now because I need to still be able to go take public transportation and all that jazz. So it was very professional, and she come online even when you're. Thank you, but so what was I saying? What was I saying? Yes. So I had to get a new coat, whatnot, and whatever. And that trip, it messed up the next trip that I was supposed to start. So I was trying to go, you know, see friends slash family on this new trip, but I couldn't do it because my previous trips extended into that new trip. So it made me miss that first day that I was supposed to be there. So I was supposed to be in Texas on Friday, I think it was. Today is Sunday. They call a trying life. God is always intervening in your life in amazing ways. Yep, yep. Day by day, man. Day by day. Um, so I think I was supposed to, let me say this right, because today is Sunday. I was originally supposed to get done Saturday, Friday, Thursday. I was supposed to be in Texas on Thursday. Never got to Texas because of my previous um, trip. So Friday, they had me. So what's it called in like the airline industry is like a deadhead. When they need to get you somewhere, but you're not working the flight, so it's called a deadhead. Basically, pretty simple. So I deadheaded from JFK to Miami on Friday morning. My sign-in was 6:33, and of course I have to get up earlier than that because you know the airport is not that close. So 6:33 was sign-in. I had to be at the airport. Fly from JFK to Miami, and then yes, and then so when you think in Paris with the charger, how you were just walking in front of iPhone store by accident. Right, right. I really did though. I still remember that day like it was yesterday. I freaking love Paris. Paris originally does have my heart. Paris does, but South Africa is like right there. It's, it's top tier. But Paris, I was there by myself first time. But back to the story, Kareesha. So, um, do this to myself all the time. So, JFK to Miami. Got to Miami around noonish. Then the next flight was supposed to be to the DR. So that flight, it went out on time and everything. It was fine. Got to the DR. It was like a 2 hour, 30-minute, 40-minute flight. We get there. We have a sit for like an hour. And then, but while we're having that sit, I'm not paying attention to everything that's going up front because I'm working in the back. And usually when I work in the back, I don't really care about what's happening in the front. So that's just how I am. You know? And I noticed that there was something happening in the front because the captain kept on going on and off the aircraft. He kept on going on and off and having the phone to his ear. And I heard something mechanical. So I was like, oh, so it's going to be that type of day. It's going to be that type of day. And so he came back on probably like 30 minutes later, came down to where we're at in the back and said, so I don't know if you guys heard or whatever, but we have to change the tire. I was like, yep, it's that kind of day. And they're going out to get the tire. I'm like, okay, so we're stuck here for a while. That messes up my layover. I won't get to get that much sleep tonight. I had a good amount of time to sleep too. I had like 15 hours to sleep. I'm looking up my schedule right now so I can be right. So I had about 15 hours to sleep that night originally. But now, it's being shortened because we have a mechanical issue. So maintenance is working on the plane and the passengers can't be on there when they're changing the tire. So they're changing the tire and everything. Change the tire, and about 10 minutes later, the captain comes back and says, so they had the wrong tire. They're going to actually have to find a different one. So we were flying a certain configuration, and they had the wrong tire, basically. Not for the wrong plane, but just the wrong configuration. So we wait there 30 minutes, close to an hour, just for them to put on the wrong tire. And then we have to wait again, like a good 30 minutes to 40 minutes for the new tire. So we're waiting, no passengers. And yeah, so waiting for that new tire to come. We finally get the new tire. I don't even know what time it is because originally when we got there, it was like 3:52. So it's basically an hour on an hour. So it's probably about 5, close to 6 o'clock. And we were supposed to be back in Miami by 6 o'clock, by almost 7. So they get that new tire on there, and now we're waiting to board. We board the plane. We get everything loaded, push up, we push back. And originally when we left Miami, there was a small maintenance issue with the flight deck. Something was happening up in the flight deck with the computer system. But they were able to call tech and find out like how to fix it, just by sitting there without any maintenance coming on. So that was fine. But that same issue came up again when we were leaving the DR. And so we were pushed back from the gate. Everything was locked up. And they were troubleshooting up front, but they couldn't get it. So they came back on the PA and said we'll have to go back to the gate and open up the door and have maintenance come on and look at the issue. I don't like, this is a joke. This is a joke. So maintenance comes on, doing whatever they're doing up in the flight deck. And what else? I'm really trying to get this together. So, passengers are starting to get upset because, they got connecting flights. They got to get out of Miami. They're trying to get out of Miami. Like, Miami is really not the final destination for any of them. They're just trying to get somewhere else. So we can't really tell them anything because we don't know either. Like we're sitting here waiting to go back to Miami as well. Trust me, trust me. Like we want to go back to Miami just as much as you do. So I'm just like confused on why we still sitting here. So we're sitting here waiting for them to troubleshoot whatever issue, and it's getting later and later, and somebody wants to get off because out of like what 170 something plus people, everybody's not going to be thinking the same thing. Everybody's going to be thinking about their own concern and what they need to do. And so a passenger wants to get off because they just felt like they're going to miss their flight. So what's the point of going to Miami? So usually that process is not that hard, doing that in the States. But when you do that outside the States, it's harder because you have to, if they have a checked bag, it's harder because you have to get the bag in cargo. And, you know, that's a long process because they got to find their bag. And I personally, I don't know how they situate the bags down there, on how they organize it and stuff, whose bag goes in first or whatnot. Because I had a whole situation too. I feel like I told you guys that when I came back from South Africa, and how my bag had to be taken from me because of weight and balance, and they said, yeah, there's no order in it. It just, we randomly take the bags and then you'll find out once you get to your destination. I still can't understand that. I still can't understand that reasoning, but that's something that they do. So in this process, people kept asking us, like, so how long is this going to take? I thought you weren't supposed to leave the aircraft. I even had one passenger say, I thought it's a felony if you walk off the aircraft. I was like, it's not a felony. It's a felony if you do something against the aircraft. But like they're like, they felt like they were hostages, like they can't get off. Like, you're more than able to step off that aircraft. If you do not want to go, you do not have to go. Nobody is forcing you to go. I mean, we have to remember, I think majority of us are the ones that book our tickets. Maybe a family member does, maybe a friend does, or maybe our company does. But at the end of the day, majority of us book our tickets. So if we don't want to go, you do not have to go. So this person did not want to go, and we had to find their bag. And it's sad, but it took almost an hour to find their bag. It really is sad. I'm not going to lie. But like I said, I don't know how that system is, how they organize the bags in cargo. So maybe it's with check-in time. I don't know if it's with class. I don't know. It's something that should be, rethought of, definitely, of how they do it. So after that, it got closer to me being illegal because of it, because it took so long for that aspect to happen. Mind you, I started at 6:33 sign-in time. That's Eastern. Now we're on DR time. They're an hour ahead of us, but it's pushing. Basically, it got to the time for me to be illegal. It was 7:27 is when I went illegal, and they were just finishing finding that back. So I go up to the flight deck and I'm like, you guys know we can't close this door now because now we gotta wait for the company to call me so we can see what we're gonna do. Because out of my whole crew, I'm the only one that's illegal because I'm not based with where they're based at. I'm at a different base and everything. And so they're like, yeah, we see that now. We're not gonna be able to close the door. And so, like, they're all waiting for me. And the passengers don't know this yet because we haven't said anything because it literally just happened. Literally just happened, okay? And so I'm like, okay, so I'll call the company and figure out what I'm going to do. Illegal means that I've gone past my duty day. Like, it's just like a work day, a 9 to 5. There's only so many hours that you're supposed to be allowed to work in a day that the government will allow, even like if you do overtime. But once you go past that, for us, it's illegal because, being in the air and all that stuff. Hello, welcome to the live. So I went illegal, but there is something where we are allowed to extend in certain situations. I'm gonna speak for me. being a flight attendant, we were allowed to extend. And so I had the option to extend, where that meant that I would still work the flight, but I'll get paid extra. But I'm still working this flight. And this flight is almost, when we get back to Miami, like 3 hours. And we're still waiting for them to close everything up in cargo and all that. So I was in the back trying to decide. And before I got to the back, I was walking down the aisle. Passengers were, asking, so what's happening right now? And I'm like, we're still just waiting for this bag situation to get finished. And they're just like, but what about my connection to Brazil? What about my connection to Chile? And I felt so sad while I was walking down the aisle. And usually I don't feel this way, okay? I'm like, I'm tired and I just want to get to where I'm going type deal. But y'all be working in mysterious ways. So after that, I got on the phone with my company and they confirmed that I was legal and it was up to me if I don't go and stay in the DR or if I do. But see, the issue is if I didn't go, then that flight wasn't going because it's not a base for us. And nobody, that flight just went out that night. I don't know when it would have went out. They would have to get another crew member to work that flight, and I don't know how long that would have taken. It's just been so much more of a mess, you know. So I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I could be done and finally get some rest, but I did feel bad for them. I was like, you know what? Just do it. So I told them yes, and I did it. And I stayed on the plane. And so everybody's happy. We're about to go, about to leave. We lock up and everything. And then I had forgot the interaction that I had with one passenger when, people were saying, like, what about my connection here and there and all that stuff. There was one girl that you could tell she was kind of, very nervous, very scared because, what was it? She was very nervous, very scared because when we had initially pushed out and they were troubleshooting the flight deck because of that light. The captain had came on the PA and he had explained the situation, but that situation made her nervous, and she was telling me like, so can you explain that more to me and all that stuff? And I was like, I'm not the best one to ask to break it down for you, but if you want to follow me, we can go up to the flight deck and I can have the captain explain it to you. And I was like, do you want to do that? And she was like, yes, but this is when, all that stuff was happening where I needed to call the company and figure out if I'm going to go or not go. So I completely forgot to bring her up there. And while we were closing up, pushing back again, I saw her getting her stuff and everything, going all the way. She was basically all the way up at the front. And I guess she was talking about that. Like she really, she wasn't good to go. So we had to open up the door again. We had to go back to the gate. We had to open up the door for the last time, and let that passenger exit off. So after that, closed the door, pushed back, finally got in the air. We left at 8:52 when we were originally supposed to leave at, what time were we supposed to leave? We originally was supposed to leave 12, 3. Yeah, around 5:04. So we left, oh my gosh, finally at 8:52. Flight was almost 3 hours. It was a 2-hour, 52-minute flight. And I don't really believe in the sign stuff, but why does it make you wonder? Oh, you don't know my sign though at the same time because I've never said my birthday either. So, and I don't know the signs or anything like that. I don't know what a Capricorn is or all that stuff. I only know it until people start talking about it because, like, even though I know that stuff is obviously real, like it's legit, like the stuff is real. I just don't believe about the source and the power of it. Like I don't want to like give energy to it, if that makes sense. Because it doesn't glorify Yah. Basically, make it that simple. It doesn't glorify Yah. So doesn't mean it's not true. Doesn't mean that it's, it is just, it doesn't glorify y'all. So where was I? We were in flight, and the flight was about 2 hours and 52 minutes, and we were about to land. And we didn't have to divert, but we had to come right back up before we were about to land because something was happening with another aircraft, and ATC told the captain that he had to pull back up. So we were literally like inches off the ground, and then boom. And that's happened probably, I can count like 5 times that's happened on my hand, where we're right there to landing, and then boom, we come right back up. So I was like, what's happening? And then got on the PA, and they told us it was basically traffic. They needed more space. So we had to circle around and finally land. And so on that day, I got done at 10:44, but technically I didn't get done till midnight. By the time I got to my hotel and everything, it was midnight. And then the next day, I had to go to Miami to Antigua, and then Antigua back to JFK. And that Miami flight was at noon, 12:20. Excuse me. And so that was a long day as well. So it's basically just to say that I had a very long trip that just never stopped going. It just kept on and kept on and kept on going. And that's why I'm so tired. Say it's guys. Right, yeah. And my birthday is in February. So yeah, my trip was pretty much just like Twilight Zone. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone when I was in the DR. It's like, this is not real. This is a joke. Because every time we were about to go, every time we were about, something was about to work out, boom, something else happened. And I was like, why am I here? This is a dream. Like, this is a dream. So guys, I get it. Traveling can be very, very frustrating. It can bring a lot of anxiety, and it can bring a lot of, but slow down, because the only way you're going to get through is if you give yourself peace. Because I'm telling you, there is so many factors that come with traveling. Like, it's not just about you getting to your destination on time. Okay, it's about if the aircraft one is working in good condition. Like, there's just so many things. It's ATC, it's traffic. Like, air travel is so much different than just driving on the road. You don't got somebody telling you, oh, you can go on green, you can't go on green right now. Like, that's how it is, in aviation. You have a whole system up there that's like a whole highway, and there's planes taking off and landing constantly, nonstop. And it ends up being a domino effect. When one thing goes wrong, it affects the rest of stuff. So I get it. It can be very frustrating and just challenging at sometimes with different things, but you gotta see the whole picture instead of just looking at the tree, because man, oh man, the way that it can even function is a miracle with all the things that go into it. All the things with catering, with cleaning, um, with the pilots, with the flight attendants, with the agents, with ATC, with government rules, with all this stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot. So at the end of the day, like I said in my other video, it should be about you getting there safely, getting back to the ground, not wanting to get off the ground if something's wrong with the plane, not being upset because you won't make the flight, or wherever you're trying to go. Because the the at the end of the day, the point is to make the is to be able to get where you're going safely. It's not about getting there the fastest. Like, who cares? I don't want to be grateful about something because I had to experience a traumatic event. I'd rather be grateful without having to experience anything. But that's life. Sometimes you have to learn the hard way rather than the easy way. But, with flying, I'd rather learn the easy way than the hard way. And if they're saying that it's not a go, then I'd rather just get my stuff and get off the plane and be done. Like, I can't get mad about something I can't control. Yeah, it's unpredictable. So that was my trip. It was just very unpredictable, and I'm just glad that it's done. Your girl is tired, and like I said, I'm probably gonna go back to sleep after this. But at the same time, it's so sunny out, and I want my juice, and I'm probably gonna get up and go out and get my juice too. So, so yeah, yeah. But I think I'm gonna leave it there with this live. Like I said, I'm gonna try to structure it more. So, like you guys are being interactive, and I thank you so much, Carol, too, for you being um, for you inputting all the information that you do. It really does help out. And um, shout out to who else helped me out today? Seashow Nulovo. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. You can always correct me. Always correct your girl, cause I would really like to. And Kazi Boy. Yes, but thank you for everyone that puts their input and helped me trying to understand it. I want to stay on here a little bit longer. Maybe I can, because me doing all this, that's for me. That's for me. I'm really liking YouTube though. I need to do another video of saying like, I really like it because I'm getting way more comfortable with the camera. And I feel like I said that before, but I'm here saying it again. Like, I'm getting way more comfortable with the camera and it's becoming very natural and not something that is forced, which I think that's the way that people, connect with you anyway, is your authentic self. So I'm really liking it. So I wanted to look up, oh yes, you're welcome, Carabo. It's actually fun because, I mean, everybody so far is so nice, and I get it. Life, everybody isn't, and everybody's not rooting for you, and it's always those people that are going to hate, or just not like you because they just don't like you. And when I was younger, I took that to heart so much. I will always try to find different ways of how to correct the situation and make it so that the person wasn't mad at me, and just basically being a people pleaser. But, that got me into a lot of situations trying to be a people pleaser. And then you get to a point in life where you're like, well, forget all of them. And then you get to another point in life where, you kind of have to balance it out. So, yeah. Um, I'm sorry, I really can't remember where I was going with that because I'm tired. Because I am tired. If you remember where I was about to go with that, let me read a comment. Maybe that's why it'll help me. Yeah, yeah, saying like there's always people out there that are not gonna like you and not for you, but it's not about that. It's about you. It's about growing yourself, becoming a better person, and enjoying yourself and be able to have joy in your space and not let anybody take that from you. Because when you find that, there's going to be there people there for you, but there's also going to be people there that want to tear down that as well. And don't let them, because initially you were never doing it for them. That wasn't the reason. So don't let anybody dim your light. So, especially once you find it, especially when it's taking you so long to find your light. And I can say, like, I'm probably one of those people. It's taken me a while to find my light, but it's like when you do find it, don't let somebody from the outside take it, because it was never given to you from the outside anyway. It's always from the inside. It's always given from within. So don't let people do that. But know that it's going to be there, and it's not going to be all sunshine and roses. I feel like I said this too before. But it's going to be some days where it's just like people are just not rocking with you at all. And you just got to keep it moving, but still have your light. Because another thing, too, your smile goes a long way. Even if you don't want to smile for the day or to people or be nice, like it changes your mood. And even if you don't want to be nice to them, just smiling, it changes it up. It changes it up. Even in your mundane routine, when you know like a situation's going to be a certain way, like especially if you work like customer service, is basically what I'm saying, and you do the same type of routine, and you know the type of customers that are coming in, and you know how they're going to react or interact with you based off of their movements or based off of what they say. But sometimes it's just like kind of put yourself in a different world and just be like, you know what? I am not going to allow that energy to come into me. I'm going to stay consistent and be happy. And that's one thing I can give props to South Africans, and honestly the Caribbean too, because when I was in Antigua last week, I mean, the workers, which are basically my color, are just so happy, so willing to help. No kind of, you know, I don't know, this just not me. Just not me. Over here it's just it's easy to see meanness. It's just easy being straight to the point. I'm not trying to interact with you. I'm not trying to have a conversation with you. It's just go, go, go. And that's what I'm used to. But, you know, being in the Caribbean is not like that. Being over in South Africa is not like that. Like, people actually really want to talk to you, the workers. And sometimes it's a lot. Sometimes it's too much. And sometimes I'm like, I can't do it anymore because I'm not used to it. But at the same time, it's just like y'all naturally have that. And we don't. I'm telling you, we don't. And it's because of a whole lot of factors. But like, y'all is definitely helping me through that, because I'm telling you, with me, just because it's been done so many times to me, that I've created that barrier to just be straight to the point and just move about the business. But you know, visiting other countries, it helps you break down that barrier and be able to see people again as human beings, like how we're supposed to, and like see them for who they are in the situation that they are in, and not just see it as, oh, I'm just dealing with another number, I'm just dealing with another customer, I'm just dealing with another thing for the day. I'm trying to move it on so I can not be here anymore. That's basically what it is out here. it's not trying to is not trying to have no I know you can't have deep conversations while you're at work and stuff, but it's not really genuinely trying to figure out how you're doing, how you are. Sometimes, a lot of times, I've been stopping myself and saying, like, you know, actually, you know, actually be in the moment instead of just trying to hurry up and get to the next moment. So I know I'm rambling a lot. Yes, thank you for getting it though, Carabo. Thank you. Hopefully you get it when you watch the playback and understand what I'm saying. It's a river that never fills up no matter how much water pours into it. Exactly. Exactly. You're beautiful as you are. God made you beautiful inside and out. Exactly. He did. He did. He made y'all beautiful inside and out. So that's my take on it, you know. Going outside the country definitely makes you, it makes you way more relaxed, more peaceful, just because everybody else is just like, just peace. They're just peace, man. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so, so yeah, even me, you know, I'll be short and just like over it. And I have to, now I'm trying to be more in the moment, especially like seriously. When I went to South Africa, it's just like did everything for your girl, did everything. Just like it helped me be like, okay, Kareesha, you know, you can be more present in the moment and you can care more. You can care, even though it may seem like I do from the outside. But, like I said, I've been like groomed in a sense. Being over here in the West, it's just go, go, go. You keep moving, keep moving. But I'm definitely trying to be more in the present and see people for their situation um, as what it is. Mm, so I was gonna talk about like the Nigerian thing too. I don't know much about it, but I was just gonna say like, what do you think or feel about it? About the Nigerians getting a business visa for South Africa, and like, what is your thoughts or your takes on it? So I'm looking at this article now. So basically, my understanding, you guys get oil and natural gas from them, but then y'all have like a really big, or South Africa has a big imprint with Standard Bank, and I don't know these other companies, but they're having like an imprint in the country in Nigeria. Just whatever your short thoughts are. I won't stay on it for that long because I really haven't been reading on it, but I've been hearing about it. Like, is there a reason why it's Nigeria that, like, what makes Nigeria want to flock to South Africa so much? I get that Johannesburg is like the New York of Africa, and I get that's where the mines are in the city of Johannesburg, but what makes them flock to South Africa the way that they do? I estimate that the average South African would say. um, yeah, see, I need to read up on this. I need to understand what's happening here because it's interesting. Why do they want to go to South Africa? I'm going to be at that because I don't have enough to actually say and talk about, and I don't want to be talking like with no good information. But I know this is actually a big deal, and on my next live, we will bring it to the table, and hopefully, I know Carabo is engaging, but I'm gonna need y'all to engage and let me know what y'all think. You think they go everywhere? They do. I can agree to that because there's a lot of them here as well. But it's a lot of it's everybody here though. But like it seems as if it's a lot of them there in South Africa. And what's making like South Africa and Nigeria get so close and whatnot, it's just interesting. Is in London. Yeah, London. London does. London has a lot of Africans, period. I feel like. Like, is it okay? So, if you travel to Nigeria, is it easy for you to go visit for South Africa? Do you guys have to get a visa to go inside? Or are you able, is there some type of agreement that it's easier for South Africans to go visit Nigeria? Mm, mm, okay. Yeah, I'm sure I could look it up online, but I was wondering. Okay, okay. I think I'm done. Nigeria is in a bad state, and that's why the people from there migrate so much, even to countries you forgot or even on the map. Well, that's not funny, but it is funny. Um, man, it's deep. So it's mainly because of the oil for Nigeria. And then I'm sure because of South Africa being in BRICS. Yeah, it's interesting. I guess equals to Eskimo. Wrong. Oh man. Oh man, you guys are funny. Okay. I've been on live for 130 minutes. I don't know why YouTube even puts it like that. Why can't you just say hour, 2 hours, 30 minutes, then go to the hour? But it's been good so far. This life has been good. So I think I'm gonna stop it here because yeah, I think I've have I said everything that I wanted to say. I talked about my trip. Um, we did some speaking, and like I said, I'm gonna try to make it more structured next time. Hopefully I can figure out how to do it on my laptop and then like share screen. And yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for all your input as well, Carabo. But yeah, I think I'm done. So, you know, watch out. Please do subscribe, like, comment, engage, please. Let me know what you would like from me because I definitely listen to y'all's comments. I read them. And yeah, until next time, God bless, guys. Be safe out there. Stay warm, stay dry, but stay cool. Any of those. Bye.